Well, one day I get this telephone call, and they want to come out to my house, and they want to give me a kind of a health assessment. And I'm thinking, well, okay, I just seen the doctor recently, so maybe it has to do with the doctor. It turns out it's with BlueCross BlueShield of Alabama. And they wanted to come out to my home, make a house call, and do a health assessment to see how I'm doing. And with me is Renee Leonard, and she's an RN here at BlueCross and BlueShield. And you go into people's homes, and you do these kind of things.
I do, yes.
Let's talk about what you do. This is fascinating, folks. Listen to this. Okay, let's talk about what you do.
Okay. We have Blue Advantage owns a portable home bone density screening machine.
A home, what?
A portable home bone density screening machine.
Home bone density screening machine.
Called a clinical bone sonometer.
Okay.
I take the machine and go into our members' homes who have had a fracture within the last 6 months, usually female, over 67 years old, and I do a bone density screening on them. I get a T-score from the machine. Yeah. I explain the T-score to them and give them an idea on their risk of another fracture based on their score. So
then, do you recommend after you're done and you say, okay, your bones are fine and everybody's happy, but no, something not, so then what do you do?
Well, every scan I do, even if the T-score is a normal range, I take back to the office and fax over a copy to their doctor.
Oh, okay.
Their physician may decide to place them on osteoporosis medication if the score is low. Yeah. If the score is within normal range or a little borderline, I'll just give them some ideas of how they can improve their score in as little as 8 weeks. Okay. Through over-the-counter medication, if their doctor's okay with that, and different foods they could eat. And different weight-bearing exercises they could do.
Okay, one of the things you mentioned, this is part of the Blue Advantage plan.
Yes, it is.
Now, if you're 65 or older, you go on Medicare, and the smart thing to do is what I did, was get Blue Advantage, because you get all kinds of benefits, and this is one of them.
Yes.
When this gentleman, it turned to be a doctor that came out to the house, I didn't know that at the time. And he did a it was really neat. I mean, he checked, I only have one medication, so that wasn't a big deal. And so, but he did a lot of stuff, blood pressure and the heart, and he had the stethoscope thing going and the breathing, and even checked my feet for diabetes and that kind of stuff. Now, when you're doing the bone scans, do you get involved in this other thing as well, or are you just specializing in the bone?
Well, my specialty is the bone scan, but I have gone out with another nurse and done some diabetic education. I explained how to use a glucometer to a newly diagnosed diabetic. Right. And the members seem to greatly appreciate that. She's unable to leave her home very often.
Yeah. Now, everybody that has a fracture you go out to, how do you know who to, how do you get to them?
Sure. I receive a report of individuals who had the fracture within the last 6 months, and I call them, explain the program, which is absolutely free, see if they're interested in a home visit. Sometimes when I visit the home, I'll have a member request that I scan her husband, or, if I...
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, and I'm very happy to do that. No problem whatsoever. And again, it's a free service.
All right, so if a whole bunch of folks have broken foot, arm, finger, whatever. That seems like there'd be a lot of people. I mean, how many is there? I mean, are people falling down a lot, or what? What's the scoop? Why?
Fortunately not, but there are individuals where, as we age and our bones are not as dense as they should be, and denseness is a good thing. It indicates the solidity of the bones. Yeah. Falling does not necessarily have to result in a fracture. If your bones are good and strong, you may not have a fracture, and that's what we hope to prevent. We hope to prevent a fracture for these individuals.
Okay, so when you're all done, you contact their doctor. The doctor prescribes or doesn't prescribe, and then is there a follow-up after that?
If they'd like me to. I've had members request I come back 8 or 12 weeks later when I explain that they can get their T-score up. And again, I'm happy to go back into the home and do a follow-up scan.
So how many people, is it just you doing the scan, or is it?
Yes, for now.
For now? Yes. And so how many calls do you do a week? So I'm just kind of curious.
Sure,
I'm just nosy is all it is.
Honestly, it's interesting. It depends on the day. I visited 4 individuals in Mobile on a Friday, and I called 5 people that day, or the day before, to see if I could come out. Sometimes I'll call maybe 8 or 9 people, and maybe just one person will allow me to come into their home. home.
Yeah.
It is a free program, but sometimes individuals don't necessarily want you into their home for whatever reason, and I understand that.
Yeah.
So it's totally up to them. It's voluntary, but again, happy to come out and provide the education. I leave them with a small gift,
Right.
$15. So, you know,
I get a
that's
free
little
gift.
something.
So even if you don't have a problem, you just want a free gift, give her a call. All right, all right. Okay, the whole idea about this, the whole thing, this whole concept about going into the home, it seems, are you the only company doing this right now?
I believe other companies are as well.
Okay.
Other Medicare Advantage plans, to the best of my
Yeah,
knowledge. Yes,
yeah.
I'm happy to go anywhere in the state
Yeah.
that a member lives and
Yeah.
provide this
So
screening.
you go to Mobile or Huntsville,
Yes,
you
yes.
go all over the
I've been to
state.
State Line, Alabama.
All
That's
right.
the name of it, and I will go anywhere a member lives.
Well, thank you for being with us. We
Thank you for
appreciate it so
having
much.
me.
You know, you got this great information. It's Blue Cross Blue Shield, Blue Advantage. You know, I've been talking about it for several years because I've had it for over 5 years. And I will tell you that and I've had some major surgeries. And this thing is really a good deal. Anyway, if you want information, it's right there on the screen. It's got the email address, it's got the phone number, it's got the website and all that. So thanks for being with us.